Hey Gemini, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for October 23rd, 2025. This is for Gemini. Last shuffle for Gemini. Let's see what's going on, Gemini. So we have here the behind the mask and stuck energy. This tells me that behind the mask, there's something about spirit preparing you. So you may feel slowed down. You may feel limited and you're not. Okay. So it looks like on the surface, you may allow people, or you need to allow people to think that you have limits. You may need to allow people to think that your schedule is all booked up. Oh my gosh, I'm so stuck, I'm so sorry, I can't do. Right. Spirit wants you to kind of like show that you are stuck in some way. Oh, there's nothing I can do. But in reality, you've got freedom. You need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in your situation. A year from now, you will be so free. It's not even funny. Right now, maybe it looks like you're stuck, but you're not. You're being prepared. You're being shaped, especially when it comes to love. When it comes to love, what I'm seeing is that you are being prepared for the kind of love where you find your missing piece. I feel like you're even being prepared for this kind of romance where it's playful and fun. If you, especially if right now you may feel, if you feel trapped, this is for people who really feel trapped. Okay, or maybe you're just putting that out there. Perhaps, um, yeah. I mean, more than anything else, behind a mask is an intention of keeping something under wraps. And what we're keeping under wraps is what you're working on, spending your time on, whatever. There's some things that I was just reading about the other day, like you should never tell people or express to people. I guess I was meant to read it just for this reading, because sometimes things will pop up and I'm like, you know what, there's no mistakes at all. I don't know why this is something I need to read, but this is something here where there's no mistakes. To what, of course, like I said, no mistakes. But either way, you shouldn't tell people when you are disappointed, like in your relationships. You shouldn't talk about your money woes. You shouldn't talk about your sicknesses and things like that. It's not that you keep them to yourself, because you should never express yourself, but for some reason, this to be here, this tells me that you can't trust the people around you. You may already sense that there's some people you can't trust. It's not to say they're going to steal from you, but there's something about them not really understanding and not being very helpful. They would These are the types that if they knew what was going on and what you're doing, they would start trying to fit things around you so that you don't have free time. You don't want people to know you got extra money, you've got free time, that you've got something you're working on that you love. You may be around a person that when they find out that you're working on something, they may bogart step on it, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, we're doing this now. And there's something that needs to be grown and done by you. So you're meant to be transformed by something. And other people cannot be necessarily a part of that transformation. Not to say you got to be secretive and you got to lie to your partners or people, but it's not about lying. It's about something being sacred for you. Okay, because your potential is truly endless. You need to see your potential. I feel that you need to believe in yourself. In order to believe in yourself, you've got to do something on your own. Your potential is wild, it's endless. They want you to say, I'm becoming a better version of myself every day. I see you being prepared. I'm seeing Buddhist energy. So you could be a Buddhist, you could be meditating, doing yoga. You may have Buddhist principles or adopt some Buddhist principles, and that you may start to feel a connection to self, like in all things. I'm seeing the color orange, and that brings up sacral chakra. And so I feel that many of you, this is part of balancing that sacral chakra. And if it's imbalanced, there are some things or some symptoms of that where perhaps the symptoms would be if you are blocked, you might feel imbalanced, like guilty. You may feel shame. You may feel like it's shame, like I don't feel confident in what I'm doing. I don't even feel like I could be or should be doing it. You may be thinking negatively about your life, or something that you've got going on. I feel that you might feel a lack of motivation, or if other people know what's going on, your motivation may just sap out of you out of nowhere. And you may experience like lower back pain, like urinary tract issues, reproductive health issues, even too, to some degree, and maybe pelvic pain, fear of change, feeling inadequate. So that's what happens when the sacral chakra is imbalanced. When it's balanced, you and open, you feel inspired, you feel deep connections with everything, right? You're very adaptable. You experience life very fully, and you experience some level of, many levels of inner joy. But you're meant to experience life fully. This is part of the reason why you're stuck. Or the stuck energy is here. 8 of Swords and 9 of Swords. There may be so many fears, so many inhibitions, and they want you to release your inhibitions. So you want to do yoga that opens the hips. Any kind of dancing, especially dancing near water, or in water, like in the bath or in the tub. I mean, in the shower. You want to do things that move the hips. Okay, and use hips. You know what I mean? Crystals that you want to use, it would be carnelian, orange calcite, tiger's eye, sunstone. The oils would be like jasmine, ylang-ylang, neroli, sweet orange, sandalwood. And you want to eat fresh fruits, nuts, orange foods, seeds, like sunflower seeds, just any, a lot of different things, right? So you want to look into your Venus placements. Also, the Mercury retrograde. But the last one that we went through may have been the one that kicked off a reinvention for your life. And they want you to look into that, because by next year, this time, you're not going to recognize your life. You're not. You're not going to recognize it, man. You're so unlimited. You don't even see where you're going. You just haven't seen it yet. I'm hearing Danny Goki. I hope I'm saying his name right. When you just haven't seen it, this is wild. The loving man, Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, right? This is a person who's coming towards you with a new attitude. This is the one that wants to work on things. This is the wounded warrior. This would be the one that Spirit is saying that they act as though they're coming in to help, right? This would be the one you want to not really share much with. And this is not to say that they're in a bad space, but this would be, well, they are in a bad space, but they don't mean you harm. But this would be someone is like, you come in, you're like, I'm going to rearrange this room. You may wait until this person goes to work. Say you live with them. I'll wait till this person goes to work and you decide to do the project. I've actually dealt with someone like this. So I will say, you wouldn't want to say it to them, well, I'm going to do this, because then they will do full stop, change everything, start trying to help you, and then they will blame you later for things not going correctly when it wasn't their inspiration in the first place. It's like destiny swapping energy, and you want to avoid doing that by sharing every little thing about what you're trying to do, what you're trying to spend your time on. They will try to perfect whatever it is that you're doing. If you're following spirit to do things, your potential is so endless that they would stifle your energy, because they are wounded. They're the warrior that's all broken and wounded type of a person, but you may not see that characteristic in this person yet. Not until you get things going. They see problems where you are seeing what spirit's showing you, you know what you could do with that, and then they'll blame you, later. If you didn't, like, say this is a painting and you drip some paint somewhere, spirit would be like, ooh, turn that into a flower. This person would be, how are we going to clean that off now? And then later on, this painting would be great except for Gemini drop paint on it, and so this would be not be someone you'd want to involve in certain things, right? You got angel number 101 in this. This is about starting over, about failures being fun, about things, quote unquote failures, right? Like I can't even make this up if I tried. um Golly, creative endeavors, the 10 of Cups, and Justice. Everything is happening or has happened. If you see, it's balanced already. There's not much that's done. That's none of this is a mistake. The spirit wants you to keep pushing through, to get up and try again, or to see things from a different angle, to use your potential. You are truly unlimited. What you can create is unlimited. You can make something out of nothing, right? And you're better than you were before. So I do see that you need to keep some of your motives, some of your things, some of your intentions under wraps, not to share. I'm seeing Venus placements. In order for you, like with Venus placements, in order for you to have harmony in other relationships, it would be super important for you to start just, you know, keeping those things to you're busy, you're swamped, you don't have, oh man, I already have all this stuff going on. Not expressing that maybe that class got canceled, I got free time and I want to see what I can do with a certain space or with a certain project or whatever the case is. But you want to be able to do it by yourself. This will build your confidence. It will get you to see that your potential is crazy. Crazy. By next year, you're going to be doing something major. Whatever it is you're doing, you're taking it to the next level. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn, a Pisces, or a Libra. All right. So if you're not, that would be Sagittarius, Capricorn cusp, or an Aquarius, Pisces cusp. If you're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.